Welcome back to Exciting Europe. Get ready to step back in time and explore one of Milan's most ancient and revered treasures, the Basilica of St. Ambrose. This basilica is a true masterpiece of Lombard Romanesque architecture and a cornerstone of Milanese history. In this video, we'll peel back the layers of history to discover the Crypt, where the relics of St. Ambrose and other saints are preserved, connecting us directly to the basilica's ancient past. The stunning Byzantine-style apse, which houses the famous golden altar and captivates with its brilliant early Christian mosaics, and the chapel of St. Victor in the golden sky, a truly breathtaking hidden gem known for its glittering 5th century dome mosaics. A dazzling fusion of Milanese and Byzantine artistry. Whether you're planning a trip to Milan or just want to virtually explore its spiritual heart, join us now to experience the profound beauty and rich history contained within the walls of the Basilica of St. Ambrose.
The Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio is centrally located in Milan, just west of the city center, making it easily accessible via the city's excellent public transport system. The fastest and most direct way to arrive is by metro, using the M2 Green Line or M4 Blue Line. You should alight at the Sant'Ambrogio stop, which places you right outside the basilica's main square. The church is generally open for visitors from Monday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and again from 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. On Sundays and public holidays, the visiting hours are typically from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please note that these hours are subject to change due to religious services. The entrance to the basilica is composed of two major, highly distinctive elements: the façade, the front wall of the church proper, and the large attached atrium, a courtyard with arcades. Known as the Atrium of St, this is a large, rectangular, four-sided porticoed courtyard built in the 9th century. Its original purpose was to serve as a gathering place for the catechumens, those preparing for baptism, and public penitents before they entered the church. The atrium is surrounded by elegant arches, supported by robust piers flanked by half-columns. The walls are lined with a collection of ancient tombstones, sarcophagi, and inscriptions, reinforcing its historical role as a cemetery and public space in the Middle Ages. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the most important key points of interest of this ancient basilica. We'll begin our detailed exploration with the monumental sarcophagus of Stilicho and the adjoining medieval ambo or pulpit. Following that, we'll examine the incredible artistry of the golden altar and the grand Ciborium or canopy that shelters it. We will then focus on the vivid artistry of the Apse Mosaic and descend into the spiritual stillness of the crypt. Finally, we'll step into the breathtaking hidden gem known as the Chapel of St. Victor in the golden sky.
Our exploration begins at one of the basilica's most monumental and historically layered complexes, the medieval Ambo pulpit, which uniquely rests upon the ancient sarcophagus of Stilicho. Dating back to the 4th century, the sarcophagus of Stilicho is one of the few remnants of the original basilica built by St. Ambrose and remains in its exact original location. It is traditionally believed to be the tomb of the powerful Roman general, Stilicho, and his wife, Serena. It belongs to the rare city gate type, easily identified by the turreted city gates carved into the background. The artistry on the sarcophagus is vital to early Christian iconography. The side facing the nave depicts the Traditio Legis, delivery of the law, showing Christ seated among the apostles and giving the law to Peter. The opposite side features a young, beardless Christ teaching. The ends contain various biblical scenes, including one of the earliest known Western representations of the Nativity. built between 1130 and 1143. The marble Ambo pulpit forms a magnificent complex with the sarcophagus supported by reused ancient columns. It is the only preserved example of this type of medieval liturgical furnishing in Milan and a masterpiece of Lombard Romanesque art. Though damaged by a vault collapse in 1196, it was quickly rebuilt. The Ambo's rich sculpture, inspired by St. Ambrose, explores sin and redemption through symbolic animals and human figures.
The golden altar is the symbolic heart of the Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio and one of the world's most extraordinary masterpieces of Carolingian art, dating from around 835 to 850 AD. The altar is a magnificent reliquary tomb commissioned by Archbishop Angilberto II to enclose the bodies of St. Ambrose, St. Gervasius, and St. Protasius, a treasure more precious than any metal. It consists of a wooden box lavishly covered with plaques of embossed gold and silver, decorated with cloisonné enamels, filigree, precious gems, and pearls. As a visitor, you are met by the brilliance of the gold front, which faces the nave. This side is richly decorated with detailed scenes from the life of Christ. While you cannot see them, the altar's design is completed by the equally detailed gilt silver back, facing the apse, which features scenes from the life of St. Ambrose, and the short sides, which glorify the saints of the Milanese church. The intricate work was executed by skilled artisans, led by the mysterious Vulvinius, master craftsman. His signature is preserved on the back of the altar, where he is depicted receiving a crown from St. Ambrose. Archbishop Angilberto II is also shown offering a model of the altar. This grand unified project stands as a testament to the technical prowess of the Lombard artistic tradition within the Carolingian world.
Above the golden altar is the magnificent Ciborium, a monumental canopy supported by 4 columns. This structure dates back to the 9th century, commissioned by Archbishop Angilberto II alongside the altar, and is likely a reconstruction of an even earlier structure. The canopy is made of stucco and decorated with frescoes, with a distinctive pyramidal roof that is unique in early Christian art. The columns supporting it are made of porphyry, a deep purple stone associated with Roman imperial authority, symbolically reinforcing the spiritual and temporal power of the church. This impressive structure frames the golden altar, drawing the eye upward and defining the sacred space over the relics.
Behind the high altar, dominating the main apse, is the stunning Apse Mosaic. Dating primarily to the 5th century, though restored and updated over time, this mosaic is a spectacular example of early Christian and Byzantine influence, featuring shimmering gold and vibrant colors. The central figure is Christ enthroned, positioned between the archangels Michael and Gabriel. Below them stand 2 local martyrs, St. Protasius and St. Gervasius, flanking St. Ambrose himself. This arrangement visually links Christ's divine authority with the local saints and the powerful role of the Milanese church. It provides a magnificent, glittering focal point, contrasting beautifully with the basilica's otherwise simple brick interior.
Finally, beneath the high altar and the Apse Mosaic, we descend into the crypt. This area, which was profoundly rebuilt during the Romanesque era, serves as the most sacred space in the basilica. It is here, within the porphyry sarcophagus, that the bodies of St. Ambrose, St. Gervasius, and St. Protasius are preserved and displayed, connecting visitors directly to the church's ancient origins and the relics that inspired the entire monumental complex.
This small edifice, now housing the chapel of St. Victor in the Golden Sky, survived from the ancient necropolis and was where St. Ambrose buried his own brother Satyrus, alongside the relics of the Mauritanian martyr St. Victor. Originally isolated and later dedicated to Saint Satyrus, the chapel was incorporated into the main basilica complex only in the 15th century. Its current state reflects extensive restorations, notably after damage from World War II. The chapel's fame derives entirely from its splendid shimmering mosaic decoration, largely dating to the 5th and 6th centuries. The dome, a light structure made of terracotta pipes, is entirely covered with golden tesserae, creating the golden sky from which the chapel gets its name. At the center of the golden cupola is the bust of Saint Victor, wearing the jeweled crown of martyrdom. The walls feature pairs of Milanese martyrs, Protasius and Gervasius, and Neighbor and Felix, accompanied by the bishops who found their bodies, Ambrose and Maternus. The depiction of Saint Ambrose is particularly remarkable for its realism, leading scholars to believe it was drawn from an official portrait made when he was younger and still a governor, making it the oldest known realistic representation of the revered bishop. As you exit the chapel of Saint Victor towards the entrance of the basilica is the column of the Serpent. This ancient granite column, possibly from the 4th century basilica, is topped by a striking bronze serpent. According to captivating popular tradition, this serpent is the very bronze serpent that Moses raised in the desert. While the column is ancient, the serpent is, in reality, believed to be of Byzantine origin, likely placed there in the 11th century. It forms one half of a powerful symbolic pair within the nave. A granite column with a bronze cross stands opposite it, creating a visual comparison between the Old and New Testaments. While the serpent's column is centuries old, the cross column and its bronze cross are products of a 19th century restoration, yet they maintain the historical, symbolic balance of the space.
We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the history, art, and architecture of the magnificent Basilica di Sant'Ambrogio. Standing here, surrounded by centuries of history, from the ancient sarcophagus to the glittering golden altar, truly feels like stepping back in time to the heart of early Christian Milan. If you're planning your own Italian adventure, we've got you covered. This video is just one part of our comprehensive Milan travel playlist. To help you get around and get settled, be sure to check out our other guides. Getting to Milan. Detailed videos covering your arrival options, including guides to Milan Malpensa, Bergamo Orio al Serio, and Linate airports. Everything you need to know about the city's extensive Milan public transport network, from the metro to trams. Travel tips, essential information on practicalities like where to leave your luggage in Milan so you can explore the city hands-free. You can find links to all these videos in the description below. If you learned something new today, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Italian travel guides, and let us know in the comments which Milan site we should explore next.